When you pull back, you have to kind of push forward to make it a bit tighter so you're not moving around a lot. Then hook over the trigger and fire.
As arrows fly from Kyle Callan's bow, it quickly becomes obvious this young marksman is no slouch when it comes to the sport of archery. Callan and fellow archer Trevor McGregor are carrying on a passion that has been shared for generations within their families.
My whole family's been doing archery, and my grandpas did it and my parents did it, and then when I was little I used to go in their backpacks when they went to archery shoots, and then I started with my little bow.
Cool.
Then just evolved from that.
My dad started shooting to begin with and just sort of picked up on it over the years and eventually started with the 3D shoots.
Kyle and Trevor have been actively involved in archery for just over 8 years. But with no facility available for practice, the boys had to improvise and train where they could, which meant the backyard.
The wind, you gotta compensate for that. But in the cold, you gotta wear these, and sometimes the string hits your sleeves, and it's frustrating.
They were shooting, I know Kyle was shooting every single day outside beside his house, minus 20 below, minus 10 below in the cold. Trevor had a target set up in his basement, and he shot a lot in his basement. And once a week he'd come down and shoot with us on Saturdays, and he'd shoot anywhere from 100 arrows up to about 200 arrows.
The boys decided it was time to move out of the backyard and into some real competition. So both tried out at the regional qualifiers and made the Kootenay archery team, which gave them the opportunity to put their skills to the test at the 2012 BC Winter Games.
You know, the first day there was a lot of pressure, like there's a lot of tension in the room, but this second day all the pressure was gone and everybody shot better.
Thanks to the guidance from their new archery coach, both boys are already seeing improvements.
I came into the tryouts, I shot a 450 out of 600. Like by the time they all fixed me up, and tweaked my posture and form and grip and stuff, I was shooting about 100 points higher each time.
Kyle is very goal orientated. He seems to be very, he puts a goal in his mind. I want to shoot a 520. And he works hard and he works it, and he'll keep shooting until he hits there. Trevor can just, if he has a bad arrow, he can just throw it off. It doesn't seem to bother him. He can shoot a bad arrow and he kind of just whatever, and he shoots a 10X. He's able to just brush it off, and it's really nice to see both the boys, they both get along so well, and that they can actually shoot together up in Castlegar.
For now, Kyle and Trevor continue to practice in their backyards, as well as occasionally in the basement of Castlegar's New Life Assembly Church. Both boys plan to continue on the competition route, heading to provincials this spring in the hopes of qualifying for a spot to compete at the national level. Christina Krichkowski, Shaw TV, Castlegar.